Hey guys, what's up? Back at it again with another pod. Let me get comfortable with it.
Yes.
Yes,
Another week, another stories, and we are ready to go.
ready to mingle. How has been how I forgot English. How was your week?
Well, I think we needed to drink something because I haven't slept a lot. Last night I was on a birthday party, and today I had to do like 60 things, but
You really
I'm still
living
here.
out
I
here.
was late a bit, but yes. Well, it was interesting one. I'm still preparing for Berlin, and on the next pod I'll share more about the
Mhm.
event that we're going to create, where people can find me if they want. And
In
yeah,
Berlin,
yeah.
preferably there. They'll find you there.
And what will be actually the tactic that we want to um, say impose into this tour or into this trip? And I was actually asking one of my friends from Poland because she's working for Coca-Cola and she has an influencer marketing company,
Mhm.
and she works with a lot of small, medium to like very praised influencers. And I asked her if any had done some kind of promotion on a concert, and she said no to me as well. And I asked a lot of people, so this will be something new. I think people will like to see more about it, like a new marketing
Strategy, yeah.
strategy, yeah, that we could like approach people. And I saw that it will be 60,000 people in the arena. So yeah, it will be fun a lot.
So you're gonna share a bit more on how the tactics gonna go next week.
Yes, because I need to finish it,
Yeah.
and yeah, we'll also discuss it with you. I need your brain as well. And what about you?
I've been good. Uh, I spent this week finishing up some content writing stuff. Finish editing the last one, and with work, it hasn't been much of a hassle. These past few months, I think it was sort of a little bit of a, how should I say, a calm in the storm.
Yeah.
And probably from next month, I'm gonna get into it a bit more. I'm waiting for the feedback on whether I'm gonna continue writing
Yeah.
with this person, and yeah, see what's gonna happen from then. Hopefully, he he said he's gonna get back to me in a few days, so
Yeah.
I'm excited about that.
Yes.
I need a week off after it.
Okay. So, let's get into business.
Mm.
What
Or
are we talking today?
mm,
I just said the idioma, but we're not talking about business. Not at the first half, at
yeah.
least.
So first of all, business strategies, guys.
Yeah.
No.
I can share some that don't work if they want.
Yes, and I can listen,
Yeah.
so I
But
know.
just don't do that.
Yeah, to know how not to do it.
Yes.
No, we're gonna start off with something that was part of the previous topics, like development of humor.
Yeah.
We wanted to speak about that last time, but we didn't have any time left, so we had to wrap it up. I wanted to talk about that specifically because it's more my side, I think,
Yeah.
because it's something that it's not much shown in English because I know a few here and there, but as we spoke about on our last pods, like about the bilingual people, how
Mhm.
when your mother's tongue is something different, it's not as funny when you say it in English because it's yeah, it doesn't the delivery is not there.
Yeah.
And I wanted to speak about the development of humor specifically because for me it's something important for my whole character development as well
Yeah.
because I used it as a coping mechanism when I was younger.
When you
I
are stressed or something else.
No, specifically for situations with bullying, with the normal like jokes
Yeah.
and crap that other kids uh, do in high school in like elementary school and stuff like that. But because I was introverted most of my life back then,
Yeah.
I didn't know how to handle it, and I developed some sort of humor to like get a way of expression to not feel that stress. And for me, it was, I'm not gonna say it's not probably childhood trauma, more so than I wanted to fit in somehow. So I developed humor this
Yeah.
way. And
Well, it's better than crying for a man.
oh,
Yeah.
oh, when you're a little bit more emotional, even as a man, I think it's.
Yeah.
I've had times when I was sad, but
Yeah, of course.
most of the time, I think I coped with pretty much everything through humor. At one time, it was I couldn't separate it from anything. Like I can go to a funeral and find something funny. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's not like in a
Maybe you're not taking it so seriously.
uh it could be seen that way,
Yeah.
but I knew how serious it was. I didn't joke like
Look at this dead body.
yeah, yeah. I didn't joke like look at this dead body.
Yeah.
No, it was mostly to lighten up the mood, to not be stressed. Like I wanted everyone else to feel good so that I can feel good.
Yeah.
That is the way I thought about this whole development. Like if I find something funny and I make other people laugh or
Yeah.
somehow break the ice, I was gonna go over this hump or this like tragedy a little bit
Yeah.
lighter.
Maybe you can sense their anxiety, and that's why this coping mechanism starts.
Or I can sense my own and I just wanted to relieve myself.
Yeah, but they are like powering it,
Yeah, yeah,
like a circle.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. I wanted to somehow change the whole dynamic of the current situation so it would benefit me in some ways.
Yeah.
Mostly emotional than anything else.
Yeah.
And it was pretty. I think it was most of my like since high school. Then it went on to like the early years of university, and after maybe the third or fourth year, I decided like, or maybe not decided, or saw that life is much more different than I portrayed it to be in
Yeah.
my head. And
It's
I
not
had
a
to,
fairy tale.
yes, I had to change it up a little bit so that I don't find anything like everything funny. I have to like separate serious stuff and to be able to
Yeah.
move, how should I say, business wise, and like for you to grow as a person and even as in your workspace, you need to be able to separate these things
Yeah.
because if you're not a comedian, of course, like if it's your main source of income, sure, do it. But if you're not, you're supposed to like find the diverse ways to cope,
Yeah.
I guess.
I think I remember once we were in the apartment together where we
When
lived,
we
and we
were on
had,
rent, yeah.
yeah, and we spoke about this because at, uh sometimes I was like sharing you something important,
Mm-hmm.
but you were laughing and I was pissed.
Yes.
But this has changed a lot, and I didn't know back then that this coping mechanism, like
Yeah, this
it's
is
to
he's not serious about it.
this
Yeah,
guy, yeah.
yeah, yeah. Normal, a lot of people probably thought that.
Yeah.
You probably saw it the most because we were like we lived in the same place,
Yeah.
so it's normal for you to see every type of situation. But
Yeah.
when I with like my friends, people like other friends, I mean, or people as a whole, I don't they don't see the like serious side, business sides and stuff like that. They see like this
Yeah.
motherfucker that makes shit funny and that's it.
Yes.
I found it like I think it got worse when I went into TikTok like back then
Yeah.
when my first video got viral and I saw that hey, yo
200,000 or more, was it? I think
no
somewhere there.
500,000,
500,000.
yeah, 500,000,
You get them in your hands. You
yeah,
did nothing.
fuck.
Yeah.
It had it was a one time hit. Like no, I got a few other
Yeah.
videos. Like in
Yeah.
total, my whole account, I think I got
Mhm.
about 1 million like views. but this is for not much for
You had
it's
80 videos. Three of them were
how
very
much?
20. I think eight. Not
No,
so.
no, no. I have a little bit more, probably
Yeah?
around 15. Yeah,
Ah, okay.
probably around 15. But either way, I'm not doing it anymore.
Yeah.
And when
Life not so
I
funny.
was, yeah, I stopped being funny.
Yeah.
I just my humor changed. I didn't find it so superficial. Like back then, I just wanted to make everything funny. I didn't want to see a serious side. I couldn't take anything seriously at one point.
Yeah.
Uh, and probably this is when you were right. Like when I was laughing at something serious that you were saying, it was probably because I couldn't take it as a serious thing. Like everything had to be funny to me at some point,
Yeah.
and I wanted to make it that way. And when this time period hit, it was for a short time. I think like I didn't make much videos. Like I made maybe 5 6 videos at the time when I had big views, and from then on I just like stopped
Yeah.
because I didn't see it. So I this is when the real shit hit the fan. When I had to switch jobs and I had to find like, hey, yo, this funny thing is not gonna work this easy. It's and it's not my passion. Like
Yeah.
I liked it at the moment. I like being creative, but I found being creative in other ways a little bit more suitable than actually just being funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you live and you learn. Like
Of course.
I was 23, 24, so at that time I finished. Like we both finished university, and I just wanted to see what the fuck is going on and like how I'm gonna survive in this world. And is this a legitimate way of making money? I found out it is not, especially in Bulgaria, to be honest. Like we even spoke about it on the first
Yeah.
podcast that monetizing is different.
Yeah.
So it doesn't correlate well with finance
Yeah.
this job type.
Yeah. And I don't know how. I haven't read about humor because like with every different person, like their humor is individual. Some of it
Mm-hmm.
it's like aggressive, some of it's like very dark.
Oh yeah.
Some of it's not working. The jokes are
Oh
like,
yeah. Some of it is just like dry.
yeah, dry. Or my humor, I think, because when I came here, I really like to laugh a lot and to be in
I
this
don't
kind of
know.
a humor, a bit childish maybe. And when I started in the office, I was still 20, and they thought that I was coming from a forest or from a village because I was laughing and the whole office were like hearing me, and I didn't care. I was laughing to my jokes. And
We
after that,
yeah.
I decided to change my perspective. But I'm a person that goes from one end to the other. There's no middle ground. So I went,
Extremes.
yeah,
Fucking
I went
extremes.
super serious and I lost my humor.
Yeah.
And after that, I had some migraines and because humor is actually healthy for you, and
Yeah,
those
it's a way for
chemicals that, yeah, they are starting like to work on your side, not to be like the whole time super serious. So yeah, it's important to, or maybe some people, when we say like it's dry, maybe they're not confident enough that they could like laugh, make a laugh of
yeah.
something. And for me, you should not think about it. It just comes.
Yeah,
Like,
but for some people it comes and it's dry.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
just
maybe.
it's just they don't like humor is subjective.
Yeah. And also, if you're intelligent, your jokes are becoming even more
Yeah.
like
Yeah, because you know
supreme.
what to pick apart from
Yeah.
someone's characteristics.
Yeah.
It's important to also separate and to see what humor goes where. If you're able to do different types of humor, like
Yeah.
I can do a lot of dark humor and it goes really fucking dark, but I only do it with like 1 or 2 people.
Yeah.
It doesn't go well in every room. You gotta pick your crowd.
Yeah.
So it's just this is in like a normal setting, so it's not a show. It's not part of a show, so it's not expected to be like this. So you gotta definitely pick your people.
Yeah.
I think like dark humor it depends. Like if it's too dark, you go in another whole nother area and very few people will get it.
Yeah.
Like I got like maybe one friends that actually I can do these types of jokes and it's gonna be like funny. But other than that, people are just gonna be like repulsed, like what the
Yeah.
fuck. And I wanted to, but this is also developed over time. I didn't have this one like 10 years ago, like 5 years ago even. By then it was just like most of my humor is observation humor. Like I see the minute details in something, and I
Yeah.
just play with it, see how it goes together, and just or just if you see something minor that usually makes an appearance in your daily life, and you don't think about it because it's just in your subconscious.
Yeah.
I can take that and put it in a whole different situation, which is not involved with it at all, like with this specific thing, and make it funny because why are you putting it there? Like if you take something that's not belonging there and put it in some other like topic, it becomes funny.
Yeah.
It depends on the delivery as well because like
Yeah. The tone, your
yeah,
body language.
yeah,
Yeah.
your gestures, everything.
Yeah.
Like it's if you say certain things in a straight voice, if you say things that seem so like
Usually.
why is he saying it like that? Like this specific
Yeah.
always kills
Yeah.
because
They could get offended or get
yeah,
pissed or something like that.
if you say something funny in a serious voice, it's almost always funny because it's
Yeah.
like is he really thinking that like what?
And if somebody is not good, let's say it's not good in his humor game, what do you think he should do as a start? Maybe he
Mhm.
has it, maybe he doesn't. But I think every person has it in a different way. Just he
Yeah.
needs to play more on the interaction and the delivery, but still, what do you think he should do at first?
It depends on if he wants to be known as that. Like, if it's not his forte, if it's not his main thing.
To do it in his daily life, just to break the ice, maybe with some new people. He's like having some tough time to meet somebody in a group or be
Yeah,
part of a group, and yeah, he needs this social skill.
my uh, I think the best way is probably just look at other comedians. Look at people. A lot of my humor is developed by other funny people that I know, like personally.
Mm-hmm.
I like their tone. I like how they deliver. I look at it and I take because you're not gonna be innovative in that. Like most of the time, it's gonna be something that you picked from this person. You saw that this works for them. You see how it's gonna work for you. Can you deliver it the same way?
Yeah,
So you take a piece of that, and mix it up in your own way, so it's like unique,
yeah,
and you deliver it. Like it's it, it's it's just unique to every person, but
mm,
you definitely gotta pick something up from other people. You cannot just come up with it. For some people, surely it just comes to them like that, but they either saw it somewhere or they've seen it enough times where it's just a subconscious
yeah.
thing. It
Or
just
it
comes to
comes
them.
from them. Yeah,
Yeah, it just comes to them. It definitely helps with your not only with coping, it also helps with relationships. As you
yeah,
know,
definitely.
as you know, most like if a guy is funny, it's better even if than being good looking.
Yeah,
To be honest, and I think you're gonna be on the same like mindset on
yeah,
that.
yeah, for sure. If
Like,
he can make a
the
girl laugh, but if he does only this, I'm not
yeah,
sure.
this we come back, we
We'll
go
be
full
friends.
circle to my thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
you cannot be just funny. You gotta do something
Yeah.
else.
But yeah, this is like you need to have fun with your partner, with your
Mm,
friends, and you need to be funny in the other person as well.
yes. No, for me, not even for me. Like, I think all of the initial conversations and breaking the ice involves mostly like jokes,
Yeah.
humor. You gotta start off light. It's what everything is with that. It just sets a different tone to a conversation. And you just want to do like it goes easy from then.
Yeah.
From
I
then on.
just remember my how to say, my best past relationship started in the gym in Prague, and
Mm.
I hit because I was looking at the guy, and I hit myself in the metal bar, and he started laughing, and we were like cracking some jokes. And after that, he said, "Thank God that you hit your head because I didn't know how to start like the
Yeah,
conversation."
yeah,
So this was, I'm hitting myself every time I see a great guy.
yeah.
Let's see what's
So
coming.
uh, the point of the story is, guys, if you don't know what to do, just embarrass yourselves, and from then on, it's gonna be great.
Yeah, just go to the girl. We're not biting. Maybe some girls, but still,
Oh
the
yeah,
intelligent
yeah.
one,
Most guys are just
they
scared.
will they will appreciate when a guy
Hmm.
comes and cracks a joke. And it's not sexual, it's not harassment, it's not come to my place.
Is
Yeah.
there a specific way that a guy should approach a girl, like even with a joke? Like, how do you go about telling a joke to a girl? Like, is it for you observational? If it's something about you, something about this situation, or just in like how how does it
Yeah.
work for you?
Well, yesterday one guy asked me how old I am,
Hmm.
and I told him, of course, the Balkan way, how much do you give me? And he said 0 0 because he said to me, I want to be sure that I'm not offending you, but it was like in a laugh.
Yeah, yeah.
And as long as I see that guy like respects me and we were cracking some jokes between each other, and it's melting the bars, like we after that we're starting the conversation. But
Hmm.
this is like the one of the, how to say, the breakthroughs. And yes, the most important thing for me is to feel that respect because I'm respecting him as a man and I want
Hmm.
for him to be respecting me as a woman. If he doesn't do it, I'm like ignoring him. I don't want conflicts.
Even with his humor, if he's able to be uh humorous and still respect you the same way, like
Yeah.
in a good way, it's gonna be.
Yeah, because especially if he this joke goes to you.
Yeah.
Like
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. If it's directed at you, I
yeah.
think.
But if he said also something like really maybe aggressive or I don't know, you can just feel the person. What is his intent? You can
Mm-hmm.
just see it. For me, I can feel it. What's in the air?
Yeah.
Yeah, but for somebody that is not very sensitive, maybe he should just see through the some of the like the first 5 or 10 minutes of the conversation if he is respectful. If he is, just continue.
Yeah. I remembered. I'm gonna say this specific this story that I have in mind. That I was using a little bit more of an aggressive humor sometimes works
Yeah.
depending on the situation and the people around, but it's very tricky and it's dangerous to use because you can lose all like respect
Yes.
for everything. But you got this is the delivery is different. Uh, this one girl, she was uh, we went with a friend to take his girlfriend and her and another girl and take them somewhere. We were with his car, and she came on. She was sad, I think, about her. Yeah, she was sad because she just broke up with her boyfriend. And I was like, "Damn! Like, how long have you been together?" And she was like, "Around 2 months." And I was, and I replied this with an even tone, without anything humoristic. I have sandwiches in my refrigerator that are longer than your relationship. Everybody in the fucking car cracked up, and she was like, she didn't know whether to laugh. Like
Yeah.
she enjoyed the joke, but she was feeling guilty because she enjoyed the joke. She was like, "You fuck."
Because you know you're right.
Yeah, because it's just like,
Too much drama for nothing.
yeah,
Yeah.
we've been together 2 months. Like,
Yeah.
what?
Well, you can still have some kind of a more
Yeah, of course, of
deep
course, of course.
relationship, but
When I saw her, I did, and when she told me a little bit more about the situation, I was like, no, you're crying for nothing, to be
yeah,
honest. First of all, this guy was a piece of shit.
just cry for Instagram story and move on.
Yeah,
Because you need to document it like a memory. This
yeah.
piece of shit broke with me
She
1 year ago.
she wanted to send them some stories.
Really? I was
Uh,
joking right now, but
she wanted to send some stories or some Snapchats or some shit of me and her holding hands to make him jealous. And I was like, yeah, that's a stupid move.
yeah.
Let's do it. And she saw my tattoos and was like, let me like do this so he can see the tattoos.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like,
The
what?
mafia boy comes.
Yes. Like you break up like 2 seconds ago, and like let's fucking show him a story that I'm over him.
Well, if you do this in your 20s, like you're for 21, 22, it's okay. Like hormones, emotion, everything is high. But
Yeah.
after that, if you're like our age right now, 27, 28, this will not speak well for you.
She was I think she was younger than me. This was probably 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she was around 20 years old. So
But you have
it's
a
okay.
great joke. Yeah,
Yeah,
at least that.
this joke
cares?
killed. Everybody laughed
Yeah.
at this fucking joke. The guy that I was with, he laughed for the next month. He was reminding me of that joke.
Yeah.
And I said with such a straight voice, like I was serious as fuck. I was like, fucking
That's nice.
yes. So yeah, it's definitely humor helps in your daily life. It helps with relationships, but it can also be a downfall if you use it too much. Like
Yeah.
like everything, if you use it too much, it becomes more so of a drawback
Yeah.
than an actual pro. So you gotta just know where the middle is and how to balance yourself. And also, if you're using it as a coping mechanism in your younger years, it's okay. But when times like when you get a little bit older, you just gotta start doing different things to cope, and just like manage your emotions a little bit more like a grown up.
Yeah. Or if you understand the problem, you won't need a coping mechanism.
Yeah, yeah. If you understand the problem, you can understand the problem, and you can still be an asshole with fucking humor, to be honest. Because then you're just gonna be like, I see that this is bad, but I don't want to feel that way.
Yeah.
This was for me, like I understood situations, like I see that it's bad, but I was like, yeah, but let's make this not so bad.
Yeah.
But you cannot make everything not so bad. Like sometimes you just gotta accept that this is shit,
Yeah.
and you just gotta move on. It's not always funny. It's not
Yes.
everything cannot be taken with humor. And this is the point I'm trying to make with your development, with your humor development, that you just gotta know the balance. You cannot make everything funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a book about humor, probably.
Oh yes, probably. I agree.
Something psychological that they could like reach to their humor potential, but for sure podcasts and some stand-up comedies, or they can just go to stand-up like events and just see those people in person and not to be shy to express, because humor is also an expression of yourself.
Yes, yes. Some people do not like it. Some people are so not humorous. They just go about their day. I don't understand these people. Like, how are you not attracted to funny
They're
stuff?
bitter about something.
No, some
Because
people, I have met people, by the way, that are just don't like
send
humor
them
that
to
much.
my psychologists.
Yeah, so I think yeah,
There's a problem.
there is definitely a problem. Like, why do you not find anything funny? Nothing goes. I can make the lightest joke. I can make the most horrific joke. I can make anything, and they still are just like, yeah, that's not that funny. What's going on? What's wrong? Am I bad?
Maybe you're not. You should probably see them in more social, in a bigger social circle.
You see, that's the thing that most of the time those people don't have such a diverse social circle, or they don't have a social circle at all.
Yeah.
They
So
just
they're
didn't have.
bitter,
Yeah,
probably.
probably they didn't. They don't know how to create new friends, or they don't have friends from before. They just used to be lonely or alone,
Mm-hmm.
and they're not feeling bad because it's like that, but they're just so in their heads that
Yeah.
I have to live my life like this. They just don't want to do anything else, just know their shit, and that's it.
Yeah.
It's different people, but I just don't get it. There are very few of them. I have met maybe only one of
Yeah.
this kind of creatures.
I have maybe there are some kind of sociopaths. I don't know, but
Oh,
some of my family members, they
mm,
are like sometimes when they are very bitter or sad and they are months in this period, they they don't joke, but they say to me, "You're not joking as well." I'm like, how to tell you a joke when you're bitter, when you're in a depression, and you're like attacking me every 1 second.
yeah.
So it needs to be also both sides. If you're not like if you're not if you're meeting the person for a first time, it's a great opening.
Mm-hmm.
But if this person is some kind negative for a lot of like time and or in a conversation, you don't actually want to just also put your energy in your humor, because you know it's like this guy doesn't care, why should I like
Yeah.
light up the room, and you just go, and this
Yeah.
is not your person, and this is
You,
not what you want to
you
follow.
just can't relate to these kinds of people, especially if you're just so involved in humor or your characters just so developed within just a funny aspect of life.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a lot of the times like this is going into the next topic, like the photo shoots
Yeah.
with urban move and everything, like how light it was, like because not so much that everyone knew each other, most of the time they don't know each other that well, at
Yeah.
least, but it's just a lighter setting. It's just you try everything to be okay. You see, this is what we're gonna do. This is the next step, and from then on, it's just laughs like between takes, between
Yeah.
videos. It's just something I didn't know could exist at first glance. Such a serious, like, yeah, such
Yeah.
a serious moment.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, well, when you're doing actually a photo shoot, you need to take into account every detail, from the clothing, places, to the
Mm-hmm.
photographer, what's his vibe. For me, you should know him well, and or at least see how he works with people,
Yeah.
because 50% of the work comes from the photographer and how he
Yes.
approaches the models, and after that the people that you're connecting. For example, when we were shooting in America, we didn't know who with who can collaborate,
Mm-hmm.
because we're like seeing their pictures in the catalog, and we're saying this guy and the other guy. But when we are doing it here, it's not so professional like it's in America that we did, of course, but still it was very knowledgeable for everyone. I think that
Yes.
how to call people, how to do this project, and when I'm the face of it, like I'm the responsible person, I was super stressed at first because I don't know. They're
Yes.
asking me what to do, what makeup, what clothing. I'm like, I don't know.
Whatever
But
you feel like.
yes, but you need to pretend at first that you know, but still, yeah, photo shooting and going into this kind of field, it's very interesting. And you're getting better at some point. Very good
Do you
in
think
organizing.
do you think that because you play at a little bit both sides, like you think about everything, you think about the photographer, you think about the models, you think about what clothes to bring, you think about how you're gonna bring them there, because most of
Yeah.
the time it's like a logistic issue.
Yeah. And you're helping me. Thank
Yes,
you.
yes, and it's just so stressful. How did you actually manage to, like, is it with repetitions that you were able to get this okay, or you just got the hang of things, like where the specific is, like how much you should bring clothes wise, or
Mm.
you just got used to, like, are models usually tough to find here in
Yeah.
Bulgaria specifically?
Yes. So first is repetition, because with every photo shoot I was learning something new, and I also saw my mistakes. So this time I didn't bring something, but I had to do it. So
Mm-hmm.
next time I will. Or this time we didn't do this shot from this angle, but I needed it the most. And you're
Mm-hmm.
like making a photo shoot and you don't have the most
Yes.
important part. And you're angry at first, but after that, I started to learn how to improve myself. Also with people. What people should I mix? How are they like going to? And I want to imagine the shots, where
Yes.
and how, what will be the scenario. Also, you need to give those people some kind of like how to say, to those people I need to bring them some peace,
Mm-hmm.
and they need like to trust me, and to, because if they're not calm, you can see this in the shots. If they're angry, if
Yes.
they're like expressing any emotion that's negative, you will see it in this photo shoot. Will be a waste of time, and you are also investing money in it.
Do you think that you providing a step by step program on what to do for the day is okay, is better than improvising half of the things, or do you mix it up? Do you do you do like an outline of what to do, and then you mix up some improvisation with a step by step process
Yeah.
during the, what do you prefer?
Yeah. So for me, it's the mix of two, because if you're not very well prepared, first the
Mm-hmm.
clothing with the places, because you need to know which color with what you're going to mix.
Yeah.
Also what kind of shots you're looking for, what type of banners or videos, what do you want to share to the people, and to have a close up to the product, which
Yeah.
product that you're going to highlight more. And yes, I'm picking the places, the clothing, the shots, but it's not very strict. Like the clothing and the
Yeah.
places, yes. But if we see something on, like when we are walking or discovering, we can just do the shot. But for those three places that we have on the map, we need to do this there. And when we get there with the people, I usually think also for the sun, because I
Oh
know
yeah,
now,
that's a big part.
yeah, that you need to know where the light is, if it's too low, if it's too up in the sky, or it's too hot, blah blah blah. And yeah, but I understood that after the third or fourth shoot,
Mm.
when we saw that I can make the shot because the sun is right like in front of me. And yeah, I'm asking people if this, like, I'm making also a group. I want to, most of the time, making a group that I want people to get to know each other, and they are like a bit hyped that we're like gathering to do
Mm-hmm.
this stuff. And when we get there, I want them to improvise, and I want them to be calm, to have um, my trust that I'm there
Yeah.
and nothing will happen. We'll do our best part, and they are always asking me a million questions,
Yeah.
and I'm trying to do that in the moment. And when I did this so many times, I'm also filming
Yes.
backstage, and I enjoy it really. At first it was stressful, but with everything, with repetition,
Yeah.
it gets better and better.
So basically, you you provide the program, but you let models be creative on
Yeah,
their own.
the photographer as well, because you need
Yes.
to also have a conversation with him, because if the photographer is not included in the plan and you made the plan,
Mm-hmm.
he needs also to think about the shots and the
Yes.
places as well. I'm sending him Google Map location, plus if they have some images of the place,
Yes.
so he knows what we're doing.
And I think it's also good that you're providing a strong foundation on what to do in a program. Is better for the models, because if models are uncertain on how they're going, most of the time, like, they're gonna be uncertain how they're gonna look.
Yeah,
Is it gonna come out okay? And when you add on a different kind of stress, like, I don't, like, if they see you like you don't know what to do,
chaos.
like it's gonna be like she's not okay, like she doesn't feel confident in this.
Yeah,
How am I gonna feel confident in
yeah,
this?
yeah. You need to play it very
Yes.
well. And
Yes.
I'm also, when we're on the set, I'm also asking people, do
Mm-hmm.
you feel okay? And what do you think? Do you think this shot will be nice and this? And they are like sharing their thoughts as well. And they are like um, part of the process. They're not
Mm-hmm.
some piece of meat. Put put this type of clothing and just
Move.
yes, and just make the shot. But I want to be very collaborative.
Yes, especially if models have some specific type of background, if they're in gymnastics, for instance.
Yeah.
I think you utilize that a couple of times with past models, that this is okay. Like, they can use their either gifts or something they learned to
Yeah.
make a better. This is the part of improvisation that comes when you add the models, like, from their end.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good.
Yeah. And we are, for example, we are not a high luxury brand when you just need to do the catwalk and look that serious
Yeah.
that you're going to kill somebody. It's kind of the opposite. And as with the urban movement and the brand Urban Move, we want to share like every story with their clothing,
Mm-hmm.
and to have people like the freedom to express everything they have in store,
Yeah.
because somebody could get inspired, they can just connect, and it's this type of community that we talked about. But for example, in America is very different. When we made the photo shoot in Miami Beach, we needed everything, like again with the clothing and with the places. But there you're not like, how do you feel, let's collaborate. You're like you're calling real models from a
Yeah.
catalog, and they're like, we're doing this, and if we were not very strict to the process, and we worked with one guy, Renato. He was actually a model, and then he's a photographer, great guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I recommend him if someone's watching us from Miami. So my brother went to South Beach, and they shot everything in 2 hours. But if we have missed one detail, this is like so intense. It's like they're like a boy and a girl. Renato is shooting the boy. After that, in this very moment, the girl is um, seeing the list of clothing. What's next?
Yeah.
She's like putting it on, and then they switch, and yeah,
Do you
it
make
was
do you
interesting.
make the list of clothing?
Yes, everything.
Yeah.
And it was in because he came with an SUV, because we're thinking, where are these people going to change?
Yeah.
It
So.
which is a great problem. And Renato had this SUV, and my brother, he's like ex tenant.
Mm-hmm.
He was a security guard in front of the SUV, because he needed to guard the models and the clothing and the
Oh my
car as
God.
well. So we're improvising all of the time, and you will have a lot of things to decide on the spot, and things to think about if something goes wrong. And of course, you can't think about everything, but you need to be very flexible and adaptable.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, when you just pay everything and you organize everything, and you're just sitting there, where are they going to change right now? And you need to think there's always like you should be a problem solver. That's it. And we did it great, because there, if you're like 15 minutes late, you need to pay. It's
Yeah.
not like here, oh, don't worry,
Don't
you're my
worry.
friend.
Yeah,
But
we're gonna come at 12. We're
yeah, the
supposed to be there at
interesting
10.
part is my actually my recommendation for every person that starts anything, like a brand or a product, service, it doesn't matter. If your how to say, if your business needs photo shoots at some point, like in
Mm-hmm.
every 3 months, just do them with some friends at first, because to see the process, to see how to gather every kind of detail and just put it in motion.
Yeah.
Because if I didn't learn this here, we couldn't do this, me on messenger, like putting everything and telling Renato what to do. And my brother was like learning the skill as well, because I had it already.
Yeah.
And if we didn't have it, we had to pay double or triple the money, and the shots won't be the same, the clothing set won't be the same. So in 3 years, I think we made a lot of progress. So yeah.
Nice. Nice. And this comes with a lot of stuff to think about around the clothing as well, because, like, for instance, this is premium fabric. Like, this is
Yeah.
not just something you get out of AliExpress.
Yes.
To be
Yes.
honest, it takes a lot of care. So to be tossed around different shoots and stuff like that, it's supposed to be like kept clean, kept like, even if the SUV, it's supposed to be like either
Yes.
like folded. It's not
Yeah.
supposed to be like that.
Yeah, in Miami, it's expensive to do somebody to do the laundry and just to
Iron.
iron your clothes. So you're doing it yourself. Here as well, I'm
Yeah.
ironing for 6 hours. My back hurts, but I put everything in line, because if your clothing is not looking good, again, this is a great problem
Yeah.
on the set. You ruined like maybe 80% of the photo shoot. Yes. But it's interesting. When you have this skill, you know that you can manage people, manage situations, you're a problem solver, you know how to think differently in a great scope, also to see um,
Mm-hmm.
those type of situations. So it learns you a lot. You should not like be angry if something just like can't work in the first 3, 4, 5 attempts to
Mm-hmm.
do this. Yeah.
Yeah, yo, the owner of Ford, not the owner, the inventor of Ford, like, went bankrupt 6 times. So
Yeah.
at the end of the day, still a company that survives
Yeah.
past everything.
And
So
what can you say as a model that, because your first official photo shoot was with us, right?
mm-hmm. It was, I didn't know what to expect, because I never actually had prior like experience
Yeah.
with it. So I definitely had some learning to do regarding like how to be comfortable in front of a camera. This is probably like not most, like, before that I had some time to get acquainted with the camera, but
Yeah.
because I was starting like with some other people in a series, and I got used to with a camera, but being like like a piece of, like, not even, I'm not gonna say that, like, not a piece of wood, but actually just stay still and just look okay with the clothes.
Yeah.
It was different. It was never my intention before that to be this way in front of a camera.
Yeah.
So when I had some definitely I had to get acquainted more with the camera and just be okay in my skin,
Yeah.
because I definitely felt a little bit of pressure whether I look okay enough for a photo shoot like that. And when the pictures came out, it was like I saw that I was okay. Like it was
Yeah.
good. Like I don't have much of a. I wouldn't say I'm like, oh, I'm so beautiful or handsome or shit like that. I more like I would say that I have a unique appearance.
Yeah.
Like for Bulgarian standards specifically, I have a long beard. I have a like curly hair.
A Texas guy.
Yeah, yeah. So I definitely have this unique like way I carry myself, like I like dress stuff like that. But definitely it was a quite of a hassle in the beginning. After after it, I
What can you tell as an advice to the people if they are like invited to a photo shoot or they want to be invited or they want to like start
hmm,
um, staying in front of the camera? Because you had a lot of photo shoots after that and and now we're with 3 cameras. So we're feeling
so
comfortable now, but at first it was not.
so I'm gonna stay like here. Yes.
Hmm.
Uh, try to look straight at the camera for a few moments and see that it's not so scary first at a
Yeah.
time when you're already got the gig.
Yeah.
If you're trying to get into that, I don't know how it is in specific countries, but it definitely would help to start off with something simple, even if it's not paid much. Do not strive for something like, "Oh, I'm gonna go in the big photo shoots." Most of the time, you won't even get it.
Yeah.
But if you're and get some, uh, or not get some, probably learn a little bit more about self confidence, so that you're okay, not in front even of a camera, but
In
between your
real life.
friends, between
Yeah.
because there's a lot of people involved. Even in like this is like the initial photo shoots were not such a big production, not many people, but when you get into a bigger one,
Yeah.
bro, you're gonna have like 10 people behind the camera, and this is something that you're gonna get stressed about. What are the other people gonna say? Like when they say, okay, we're shooting now, and you're like, okay, what do I do?
Mhm.
What do I
Yeah.
do?
Yeah.
So definitely self-confidence is key. uh a way to gain comfortability with the camera is to just look at it a couple of times. Just
Yeah.
take a few shots, but you're looking straight at the camera, see how it goes. If it's okay, and see that the camera's not gonna bite,
Yeah.
it's gonna definitely improve the way you deliver yourself. Yeah, but to get into this type of industry, I think it's hard. And first of all, it's hard. Second of all, you gotta find something outstanding about yourself
Yeah.
that you can deliver to this industry.
Well, this will be if they want to be in the industry, like the official photo shoots and catalog. But I see a lot of diversity, especially in America. I saw a lot of people before I pick my for the photo shoot and for my brand.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe if they start like influencers, like models,
Yeah,
if they are like collaborating with brands, because I think this is like. The better game, because for photo shoot houses or this type of model houses you need to be on a diet. We need to put a lot of work there. Yes,
yeah,
they are learning you a lot about posture, about self-confidence, but in my opinion you can do it by yourself.
yeah,
And it's very important because I saw that me and the models were not prepared with the posture. Like, yes, they are self-confident, but you have one posture like this or like this and you're out of options. And
yeah,
how, like, this needs to be practiced in front of the mirror. And if you're next to an object, what do you do? And if you're like, you don't have objects but you have people or you're alone, just imagine and be inspired from Pinterest, and also look at the niche. What are they typically doing? And you can go to the most famous brands and see their latest photo
yes,
shoots and just see how their body moves, because it's not only the face. The body is like probably 80% of the shot.
Mm-hmm.
how it stands, because if you stand like this and you're closed, you can see it. I don't even look at the face, and if I see the body, I know that he's like, is he calm, is he confident, is he everything that needs to be known, actually.
Yeah. So I delivered the in front of the camera point of view. You deliver from back of the camera point of
Yes,
view
yes.
of this whole
Yeah,
conversation.
it's important because I didn't know what to say to the people, because they were actually asking me how to stand, and I
Yeah.
didn't know, like, how to combine them in groups
Mm-hmm.
or alone, where to just go to this tree or go to this, I don't know, go to this
Yeah.
building, and then I need to think about the shot, how to shoot this girl
Is there
or
gonna be
boy.
enough light? It's
Yeah,
yeah.
more dark light first, then the angle, then
Yeah. Is it gonna
yeah.
be a video? Is it gonna be a slow mo video?
Yeah.
Should be with a high frame
But at
rate.
some point, you just do it naturally, especially if the model and the photographer, and for me, an example, we just collaborate. And I saw in Miami, they're like doing probably 50 postures, and the guys only just snaps the shots.
Mm-hmm.
And then he looks at it, looks at them, and he picks the best one. This
Yeah.
is also what the professionals do.
Yeah. Definitely an interesting industry, but still uh a lot is involved. Like people think you just stand in front of a camera, it's over, right?
Yeah.
You do this, but it definitely some people have an innate ability to do that. Like Freddy, for instance.
Yeah.
Like he just stands in front of a camera, it just happens, bro. Like what the fuck? He just chill and stuff,
Yeah,
and
he's
he's okay.
photogenetic.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he's good at it.
He just knows how to stand every time. You don't need to give him much info to
Yeah.
like do this. He just looks good
But
anyway.
he's very he knows a lot about the history of hip hop. He's in this industry. If I put him in a suit, I
It's not
don't
gonna go
think
well.
he will look well, because he needs another posture, he needs another look also on his face, on his body, everything.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely some people go well with a little bit more of a leisure look.
Yeah.
That's why this brand just fits them, because
Yeah.
like these kind of people can pull it off without it with ease.
Yeah, that's why when you pick from a catalog, uh, you need to imagine how is this person going to be in your clothing, which is very difficult. You see
Mm-hmm.
one face, the next image is maybe naked, and the third image with some clothing, because they need to also see your body, if you're skinny, if you're
Mm-hmm.
like what type, yeah, what type of body do you have, and then you need to imagine.
Yeah.
Because if you even have to go there and pick, you need to pay. But this is this is America, and right now you can do it by yourself. Just promote yourself, and have somebody just film you, or make a short, or I don't know, TikTok, and just start like improvising in front of the phone, and after that the cameras, and
Mm-hmm.
people will start reaching out, telling you, brands and photographers as well, can we do a photo shoot, and can we do a collaboration, and from
Yes.
there you can just only expand.
Yeah. And when you come from a background of like vlogging, TikToking, stuff like that,
Yeah.
you either developed some sort of ability to either make people laugh, people look at you. You have to have something that people
Yeah.
look at you. It's like TikTok is a dynamic platform, so you always have to come up with something new, something innovative, or just start a new trend, so you can be like so people can relate a little bit more. And I guess it just gives you that position of power when you have this confidence making someone laugh, or someone back to the humor part.
Yeah.
If you're okay with making people laugh through a fucking screen, like you're not even there,
Yeah.
then you probably have an innate ability to do a lot of on-camera stuff after it. Like it just comes to you.
Yeah. Yeah, if somebody have questions regarding photo shoots, he can just DM me.
Yeah, yeah. Speaking of that, I think we have to wrap it up because it's almost 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we had another topic for today, but I guess we're gonna.
Yeah, next time we'll focus a bit more about probably urban move, and we'll speak about Berlin as well.
Yeah, we focused a lot. Like next time, we can actually put it in this topic, like regarding
Yeah.
the materials, and yeah, you're gonna talk about Berlin. How's it gonna go? The big secret I haven't heard about it.
Before and then after.
Yes.
Yeah, so it will be fun.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So we're gonna wrap this up. Find us on TikTok in YouTube. We're gonna put in the links for the social media within the channel. So you're gonna see a bit more on there. You're gonna see a little bit more interesting videos on TikTok as well. At Urban Move Fashion on TikTok.
Yeah, and you can just explore the brand.
Yes.
And see our latest products and what we have done so far. And we're always speaking from experience, and we're very proud of what we have. So yeah, if you support us, great. And if you just click it, at least like see what we have in store. Thank you.
Yes, and Mother's Day is coming up, so buy your mom a hoodie.
Yeah, she needs she needs to show what goes wrong in the neighborhood.
Yes. So yeah, guys, see ya.
See ya. Bye bye.